Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV, here with the latest sort of live vlog. Bit later than usual, so apologies. I didn't get back to the villa till about an hour ago. So going to talk about a few things today. Obviously the very sad passing. Hi Shire, how are you, mate? The very sad passing of Bernard Halford. He was Secretary of Manchester City for many decades. I think he was at City for 47 years and was given the honour of lifetime president. He sadly passed away yesterday at the age of 77. So what's up, Noah? Yeah, all right, mate. So yeah, it was sad news, very sad news. Hi, mate. The sun is out, your tan's getting there. Yeah. It's a lot warmer today, windier but warmer. And Bernard, yeah, it was very sad news. If you've not seen it, go and have a look at the video from the training ground. Hi, Kian, you all right, mate? Yeah, good, thanks. Have a look at the video from the training ground today, where Vincent Kompany and all the players and coaching staff and staff from the academy all got together in a circle, and Vinny gave a lovely sort of speech. Yeah, rest in peace, Bernard. He gave a lovely speech. You saw it, Asked. Yeah, it was very sad, and they had a minute's silence for him. So yeah, short illness, and sadly he was known as Mr. Manchester City. The words and tributes that are pouring out, certainly on Twitter and other social media outlets, just show you what kind of guy he was, because nobody's had everybody sort of said the same thing. He was such a lovely guy. So yeah, very sad today. Sad day for City fans and the club in general, and obviously our respects and our best wishes go out to his family and friends. I can see Don Robbie is letting you stay longer in one of his many villas. No, I'm going home on Sunday. Bernard Halford, where? Yep, rest in peace as always. Yep, sad day all round. So some news. This is definitely not going to be a long one. Now, I hate when sad news like this. Yeah, it's very sad. 77 years of age, and I think he was 47 years at City. So a long time. And yeah, I saw somebody post on Twitter. I wonder if he kept a journal, because if he wrote his memoirs, I'm sure he's seen some things over the last 47 years at City. He was such a great guy. He was lovely man. So next bit of news. Like I said, this is not going to be a long one. So I always say that, but this one definitely isn't. So it's going to be kept short. Hope he kept a journal. Yeah, I mean, it'd be wonderful to find out, and maybe one day somebody might be able to do some memoirs of his time at Man City. I bet he's got some incredible stories to tell. So first bit of news is I'm going to talk about Ndombele. Now, obviously, we've spoken about Ndombele loads of times, right the way from sort of September time last year. We were doing videos on him and things like that. But it seems today that Zinedine Zidane, yeah, Aguero did, and all the players, if you look at sort of Fernandinho's messages on Twitter as well, and all the ex-City players are just posting on. The transfer rumours never end, they never do. I mean, this is the thing. Bernard put him in his picture, he did, always. Well, it seems that Zinedine Zidane wants Ndombele. So did Sana, yeah. Which isn't a surprise at the end of the day. Like I said, this international break, clubs are going to get rumoured with everybody. Well, the latest news is that Zidane wants Ndombele in that midfield at Real Madrid. And when a club like Madrid come calling, it's very difficult if they do have a genuine interest in a player. Rest in peace, Bernard, says Noah. You don't think it'll happen? Well, maybe it won't. But it's one of those. He wants everybody. I mean, he's been linked with, I think, about 8 players so far on it since his return. So maybe Ndombele is just one of those. So that's going to be interesting to keep an eye on that one over the coming weeks and months. Hi Chris, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good, mate. You? And seeing whether Ndombele it gets seriously linked by some of the Spanish media, Marca and some of the others, whether they really go for it and there is any truth in it, and see whether there's any sort of quotes and things that'd be interesting. The next bit of news, Matt Smith, City, under 19 years of age, Welsh international, played the other night, has signed an extended 4-year contract at City till 2023. So good news for him. He's very highly rated. Could be one of the ones who potentially comes through the academy in the next year or two and transitions into the City team. So we'll Yassisko, hello lad, how are you doing, mate? What else? So that's Matt Smith, that's Bernard Halford, that's Ndombele, Thomas Partey. Okay, I know many of you on here over the last few days have been asking about Partey. Well, some more news come out today that Simeone is desperate to keep him at Atletico Madrid. He thinks he's integral. Delete we spoke about yesterday, talking about the fact that Barca want Delete, probably Real Madrid want Delete as well. Partey's not needed. Well, our number one target, in my opinion, should be Ndombele. But if he does, and the interest is true, then about Real Madrid, then we're going to have to look for somebody else in the summer. And Partey, apparently, he's got a contract at Atletico Madrid till 2023, and they've increased his buyout clause. Now, when you think of his buyout clause is, lad, you're doing a great job on this channel. Thank you, mate. His buyout clause is €50 million. Now, when you think to purchase the likes of Ndombele, it's going to cost somewhere in the region of €80 million, 85 even, maybe even more. So for €50 million, if that's in his buyout clause, and City, let's face it, there's been no concrete rumours of City being interested in Partey. But I'm reading just some stuff about I'm going to stand up a bit because my back's sore. Reading some of the stuff on Atletico Madrid and some of the Spanish media outlets, I thought, €50 million, that's actually quite cheap, really, considering the type of player that he is. So we'll keep an eye out on that one. Barbecue tonight was lovely, mate. Yeah, it was great, thank you. Very nice. Got some nice meats and things from local butcher a couple of miles away. His next 30 days, the most important month in the club's history. It probably will be, depending on if we keep going through. You know, if we beat Brighton, if we beat Spurs, then certainly the pressure will ramp up significantly and possibly will become, you know, that defining moment in our history, especially if we can get back-to-back titles and we can potentially win the Champions League. That then would be probably, it would define, yeah, certainly our history. It'd be probably the greatest, well, would definitely be the greatest season in our club's history, without a shadow of a doubt. So the next 30 days are going to be tough, and there's still going to be ups and downs. I don't doubt that. I'm not thinking we'll go through and win quite easily. Great attacking German, doing fantastic in the Bundesliga. Sorry, Yas, who was that, mate? I missed that. These, if you do post on here, do you still think Carabao Cup, FA Cup wins still a good season? Any other season, Chris, I would possibly say it's a good season, winning a double. No, I cooked. I would say any other season, it would be a good season. Kai Havertz, don't know much about him, mate, I must be honest. So maybe you can, do you follow German football? Are you in Germany? Maybe you could tell us a bit more about him. Yeah, a double. I'll take a look at him. Kai Havertz. Okay, who's he play for? Any other season, a double, I think, would be a good season. If you win a double, it's great. But this season, considering that we won the Premier League, we'd really like back-to-back, because it's not been done for 10 years. We're great, thank you. Plays for Bayer Leverkusen. Okay, I'll take a look at him. Must admit, I don't watch a lot of German football, so maybe I'll have a dig around and see what sort of German experts and things say about him. So yeah, a double. Would I be disappointed this season? Possibly, in the position that we're in at the moment in 4 competitions. If we just ended up with a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup, I wouldn't say it was a failure. Not at all. Winning a double is never a failure. But the position that we're in such a close position to possibly win. Yes, we're both good, mate. You would suggest being so close to winning the Premier League again back-to-back would be amazing. Just bought tickets for Cardiff game. I just want to say thank you to Andy for your help. You're welcome, Hassan. That's great news that you got those tickets sorted for you and your family. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be at the Cardiff game, so normally around the Blue Moon Cafe. So if you're around and you want to come over and say hello and come on the channel, feel free. Disappointed session if we... I think you mean season, Askith. Yeah, it would be. I think... Well, I wouldn't say disappointing. I would just say, you know, we missed out on an opportunity. If we weren't to win... Of course I know how to cook, mate. I'm a good cook. If we were in an opportunity to win back-to-back titles, plus we got a decent draw... in the Champions League, a decent draw. It's still going to be tough games back to back with Spurs and the Premier League. So it's really hard, because it sounds like you're spoiled if you turn around and say, well, I'd be disappointed to win a double. We weren't disappointed last season winning a double, so I don't see why we should be this year. But I'm guessing, you know, you've got to bear in mind the likes of Liverpool have significantly improved this season compared to last season. So I think if I turned it round on its head and I turned around and said, if we were to win the Premier League and get the FA Cup as well, to do that in a season when Liverpool have spent all that money and have played very, very well this year, been very consistent, that would be some achievement. Who is your celebrity crush? Come and say hello, Hassan. Yeah, Ray's on. So yeah, come over, and like I said, come over and say hello to us. We're outside the Blue Moon Cafe. What ethnicity is your wife, Sempeliva? She's half Indian. So her father's Indian, from Jaipur, and her mother's from Ireland. So yeah, so I think if we were to win the treble this season, be that the Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, I think that would be an exceptional season, considering just how good Liverpool have been this year. So to try and turn it from a negative to a positive, rather than me saying would I be disappointed with a double, I think if we were to win a treble this season, it would be incredible. Be that the Champions League and 2 local cup competitions, or the Premier League and the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Hello from Toronto. Ladopera Bob's is the place to be for our City games. Great. Well, you know, brilliant. Opera Bob's. We need to organise a Man City fan TV trip to Dubai. I was there last year, mate. In Dubai, chatting. I went out for the night with the official Dubai Supporters Club, Man City Supporters Club, and I was staying in Sharjah, and I got a taxi over to Dubai. Not long, it's only 30 minutes. And met up with all the guys. They're all expats, many of them from Manchester. Girls and, you know, women and blokes. Some of them came across the board from Abu Dhabi to meet up as well, and had a wonderful night with them. Benjamin Doku says, how many players do you think City will sign? I'd be surprised if it's any more than 3, maybe 2. Probably a left back, a central defensive midfielder, cover for Fernandinho, and maybe another striker. Do you think they'll bottle it? I'm hoping so, but it's they're consistent. You've got to give Liverpool credit. They're consistent. I think it's in our hands. It's down to us. Yas says delete Chilwell and Kai Havertz. Well, I must admit, Yas, I don't know anything. I've never heard a rumour about him. So if they're your picks, maybe you need to get into Pep's ears, because I've not heard one single rumour about this guy, this Kai guy. So, but who knows? They'll be scraping wins. Yeah, they probably are. We're more consistent 2014. Yeah, you definitely. Well, you only have to look at your results. It's whether you can, instead of draws, keep winning. That's the thing. I don't think. I'll be surprised. I'll be honestly really surprised if you were to lose a game to the end of the season. It's whether you can win every game, because you're not destroying teams like you were last season. You're more pragmatic. Liverpool, I'm talking about, where I don't think we'll slip up. That's my point. I think we'll go up. I think we'll go the rest of the season unbeaten, and I've got a feeling we'll potentially win every single game. And I'm just not sure whether Liverpool will win every game. I'm not sure they'll get beat, but I'm not sure whether they'll win every game. And like I said, it's in our hands. But if you were to drop points, it gives us a bit more of a cushion that we potentially can drop points as well. So it's going to be exciting. Why is Finland here? Oh, he's here. As long as he's not rude, then you can stay. Missed that then. Sorry, I'm getting messages up, tweets and things coming up through on my phone. So, any other questions for me? I'm going to stay around for about another 5-10 minutes, and then that's it. I'm going. So, get your questions in. This is a bit of a long shot. Ryan Sessegnon as our new left back. Got to be honest with you. I was quite Do you think Neymar is overrated? Yeah, I do. I was quite excited about Sessegnon last year. But I don't think he's had a great season. Speaking to Fulham fans, when we do our sort of previews and things, they've not been impressed with him. They said somebody said they're not good at defending. They said defensively he's not been great at all this season. But he's only young. You know, might have one great season and then comes down to earth, and it's reality sets in, and he's still got a lot of learning to do. Will he be a left back at that age for us? No chance. Mendy's back. So Mendy, I think, if keeps fit, Pep would drive them not to drop the points. Yeah, I agree. Audible and English, valid point. No, just can't see it. I'll be honest with you. I can't see Pep putting an 18-year-old in, or 19-year-old in at left back. I'll be really surprised in those positions. It's all right bringing them in when they're strikers or wingers or something like that, but it's. I think Mendy will be back. I think Mendy will be definitely given another season, without a shadow of a doubt. We have Zinchenko as well at cover. Is that your Villa? I'm sure we'll get a transfer ban. Smithy says, no, it's a client's Villa. Let's us stay here. That's enough. Not sure about that, Askith. Any others? Will City sign Gundogan replacement if he leaves in the summer? If he leaves in the summer, we'll probably get... do you think Pulisic will be a flop? No, I think he'll be a good signing, if I'm honest. I think he'll be a good signing. Zinchenko, that's enough. What was the question before? Sorry, it's went off the screen. Yeah, left by Mendy. Let's that sing 5 assists from Mendy, and he's got Indy not Chobber. He's still, I think, when I last looked, and that was, I don't know, it was about 2 weeks ago, he was something like 10th in the assist table. And you think he was a left back, and you think of how long he's been out injured. Incredible stats, and his stats last year were incredible, but got injured again. So I think Pep will give him another season, and if If he gets injured again, I think that'll be it. Pep will he'll be gone and won't won't stand for it. So will we sign a left back? Will we not be fit for the Cardiff game? He's in training, so they're all back training. Not all of them are back training now. So Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne, Mendy, they all started to do their full training sessions Monday. So what you make of Manchester clubs or London clubs can't play on the same night of European football? KDB? Ashkith KDB? Not sure what you're talking about. KDB, yeah, KDB, Fernandinho, Mendy, John Stones, they were all back doing proper training. I think they've been doing light training. Sal Niguez, Joseph says, we did the video the other day, we talked for ages about Niguez and things like that. Who knows? It's one of those. I can't see, well, we start talking about Niguez and we start talking about Partey. I can't see Atletico Madrid allowing players to just leave, get rid of 3-4 of their best players. And if they do, they'll be wanting absolute fortunes for them. So it's going to be one of those with these signings. I mean, like I said, this is the international break. There's nothing going on, so you're going to get rumoured with every single player that's out there. Like I said before, I'm on about Arsenal and Chelsea can't both play at home on the same night on European football for some reason. Well, that'd be probably similar to the likes of City and United can't. Mendy's 5 assists in 16 games. Hi, mate. Fantastic show, Karam. Thank you, mate. Gillan Balagay told it's certainly not happening. Who are you talking about? Niguez? Like I said, I'd be very surprised. Can you give a shout out to my sister? She's studying engineering in Manchester. Sonia Iso, is it? Sonia Iso, if you're watching, big shout out to you. You're studying engineering in Manchester. Which uni is she at? Is she at Manchester Metropolitan? Or is she somewhere else? Yeah, Niguez. So, like I said, I can't see, if you think about it, it's like turning around and saying City, Real Madrid are in for Raheem Sterling and Kevin De Bruyne. And they're just not going to sell. Who's your all-time favourite English? Who's your favourite English player of all time? Oh, God, that's bloody hell. That's a good question. Favourite English? Are you talking about England football or English footballer, Chris? Please, Gundogan replacement when he leaves. University of Manchester. Okay, mate. Well, I'll give your sister a shout out. Tell her to come and watch this if she's a City fan. England football. What, England international football or English player? Just any English player? Or do they have to play for England? Civil engineering, I believe. Okay. God, that's a hard one. International, mate. How far do you want to go back? Has it got to be... Is it just in my lifetime are you talking about? Are you talking about in my lifetime? Because I'm probably a lot older than you, maybe. I don't know. Don't know how old you are. All the way back in your lifetime. Oh, that's going back a long way. Thanks, lad, whoever she's a United fan. Oof. Yeah, sorry. You should have said that and I wouldn't have given a shout out, mate. I'm only kidding, of course I would. Apparently Ndombele has his heart set working with Pep. Well, let's hope so, Joseph. But as they say, money talks. Kun Aguero, Raheem Sterling. I'm 19 and turning 20 in April. Okay, so I go back a long way before you. Can you give a shout out to my nephews, Adam and Musa? Watch you now. Adam and Musa. This is Andy from Man City Fan TV, so hello to you. Bravo, Edison Dino. I don't know what that means, Finland. Oh, God. Obviously, I love Gaza. Really love Gaza. Yeah, he was a character. Who else did I like? I used to like Stuart Pearce because of his aggression and everything else. Do you think PSG will ever be successful in the Champions League one day? Well, same, sort of similar. Peter Beardsley. Yeah, Peter Beardsley was a good player. I'm not sure he'd been my favourite England player in my lifetime. Yeah, his tackles, yeah. Carlton Palmer, Ray's taking the mickey now. Carlton Palmer was a very good player, actually. Not sure international-wise. City will win the quadruple, let's hope so, mate. Stuart Pearce. Yep, I like Stuart Pearce. I liked his passion, certainly. Mark my words, okay? We'll mark them. And then don't forget, if we don't, you're coming on here, so you're going to be blamed for it. Who do you think Man City future captain would be? I always thought John Stones, certainly, if he stays, I've always had a thing that John Stones could potentially be the next City captain. Yeah, John Stones, possibly. I know people are talking about Raheem Sterling, and as England captain, I don't think so. Alan Shearer, yeah, I mean, there was no doubt Shearer was absolutely amazing for Newcastle and brilliant for England. Wonderful player, great striker, no doubting about it. Cheers, mate. You're more than welcome. Jesus, Sane, Sterling, Bernardo, Ndombele, De Bruyne, Mendy, Laporte, Delete, Walker, Ellison. The future is bright. Well, it certainly is. If we were to get Delete, Ndombele, that'd be the two great signings without a shadow of a doubt. But did a thing yesterday, the day before, where Barca are now sniffing around, and Barca have met with Delite's agents and discussed it over the recent international. So rejected a move to Dippers, loyal over money. You'll never beat Des Walker. Yeah, Des Walker was a superb player. That's my 11 for next season. Well, that'd be a wonderful 11. Do you think Mendy will start against Fulham? Not sure whether he'll be fully fit, so wouldn't surprise me I think he might make the bench, if I'm honest. Who do you think go through to Champions League semi-finals? You're talking about English teams. I've got to back my team. I certainly have. Over two legs, I've got to say, I think City will just scrape through. I think it's going to be really tough, but I think over two legs, we'll have just enough for Spurs. I think Liverpool will go through over Porto. I don't think you'll have any problems with that. Who else? United, can't see it, just can't see it happening. But you never know. You know, you look what they did to PSG, but I can't see it over Barca. I really can't. So that leaves us with Juve. Barca have 5 centre-backs. I think City have got 5 centre-backs. I think we finished the game the other week with all our back four were all midfielders. I don't think Barca are convincing defensively. They're not, but you've got to get the ball off them. That's the thing. So, you know, if they only have to go nick a couple of goals, it means United have to come out in the first leg, or they have to then sit back and just think, we'll keep it at 2-0 and we'll try and take it to the next leg. I don't fear any team in the Champions League. I fear the officials beyond belief. Yeah, that's one of the things, definitely. We saw it last year, and no disrespect, Chris, you know, the quarterfinals against Liverpool. Would you take Champions League or Premier League? I've always said it, Karam, I'm old school. It's Premier League every single day of the week for me, and certainly this season we would be the first team in over 10 years to win it back to back. They signed my favourite player, De Jong. They can't have Delete as well. Well, they can. Juventus, Liverpool, Barca, City, all to go through. Yeah, I would suggest that would be the semi-finals, and then it's all or nothing. Then, would you sell a player in the summer? If so, who? Would I sell a player? Well, I think Mangala will be sold in the summer. I think they only got him to sign. Always the league, the Champions League is a bonus. I agree. It's a cup competition. Anything can happen. The league is over 38 games. I think they only got Mangala to sign an extension so they can sell him in the summer and get some money back on him. Considering that, you know, we've subsidised his wages when he went to Everton and on loan and etc. etc. Who do you think won yours? I think England have got a great chance. So who else? Well, I would sell Gundogan if he refuses to sign an extension to his contract. Without shadow of a doubt, I'd just go, that's it, you're up for sale, because we want to recoup some money. We don't want to go into the last year of your contract and running down your contract to nothing. So we might get, I don't know, we might get 8-9 million for Mangala. We might get 10 million for Gundogan. Maybe a little bit more, who knows. Sorry I missed that one, yes. So who knows, but if Gundogan doesn't sign by a set date by the club, and the club should do this, we come second in the league, We come second in the league and finals in Champions League. Didn't know Mangala was at City. Yeah, well, he was out with a cruciate ligament, wasn't he, when he was on loan at Everton for nearly 12 months. What stadiums have been used in England for Euro 20? Is it just Wembley? I'll no. Trying to think who else is. There's Wembley. There is. Oh God. I'm in Spain. Karam. Who else was it? There's three stadiums. Can't remember. It'll come to me. I read it yesterday, or heard it on the radio yesterday. I don't think they're all at Wembley. I'm trying to think who it was now. Wales, one of them. No, I don't think it was. I don't think it was. I might be wrong, but maybe I need to check it out. But I heard it yesterday on the radio, I think. Oh, you have a great time. I am, mate. Yeah, it's just a nice week away. Edgeley Park. Yeah, I doubt it, mate, sadly. Though that'd be great. All the City fans can actually get there, can't they? Domestic double and second in the league will make the final Champions League. Is that a failure? I wouldn't say. If we won a domestic cup double, got to a final, came second in the Premier League, I'd be disappointed at this stage. Do you think Junior Firpo would come in? Doubt it, screw loose. I doubt it, mate. They were rumours 3-4 months ago, and it's like anything. And go back and look at some of the videos. If you see some of the transfer videos, if you've not been watching the videos on Man City Fan TV for some time, if you just scroll back on the YouTube channel and go back, and if it's what is your favourite type of music? I like all sorts. I don't have one particular type of music. I do like R&B. I like all the old stuff, sort of Otis Redding, Sam Cooke. Yeah, I like Motown in particular. I like reggae. Favourite manager of all time? Gotta be Pep Guardiola. I love Joe Royle. I must admit, I really like Joe Royle. I like Kevin Keegan, but I really like Joe Royle when he was at City. But I'm just absolute blessed to be alive to see Pep Guardiola at City. So I'm gonna have to say Pep. I've never seen football like it. I really haven't. Especially last season was just incredible, absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna have to go for Pep. But I'd say Joe Royle pushed him close. Joe Mercer, and that was just a tad before my time. So I'd go for them. Mancini is up there for me. I know Ray really likes Mancini. I like Mancini because obviously he brought us our sort of first success for a long time. So yeah, I do like him without a shadow of a doubt. Exclusive: Lucas Hernandez signs for Bayern Munich for 80 million. It's a lot of money. Mel Machin. Ray's clearly on one today to wind people up. Right, just wanted to say thanks for giving your time and effort on here. I've been following for a long time now, and do share your channel. Thanks very much, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know who he is, mate. He's a very good player. Somebody who, I think he was on one of our videos. We were discussing him as a potential signing. Feel a bit sorry for Pellegrini, how it ended. Yeah, so do I. I mean, he did a great job, the charming man. He really did. So, you know, you can't dismiss his achievements at the club. He did a wonderful job. Just couldn't take us to that next level. Mohamed Bangora says, how would you assess the future of Pep at City? Well, I would say another couple of years when it goes into his final year, dominance. Yeah. When he goes into his final year, what tends to happen, and this is the way they tend to work, is they don't offer Pep a long-term contract halfway through a contract because he'll refuse to sign it. What tends to happen, Cheeky and Fran know how Pep works, they'll wait until he's got 1 year left on his contract, and then they'll offer him another year or another 2, and that's what they've just done. So it'll all be dependent on Isco doing a disco in Manchester next season. Yeah, we get linked with Isco every sort of 2 weeks. We have done for the last year, 2 years. Yeah, I doubt it. We don't need him. He's not a player that we need, if I'm honest. Arteta is in the pipeline. Yep, definitely. Don't be surprised, and I said it on the video the other day, don't be surprised if Pep somehow gets into Xavi and tries to get Xavi at Man City as a coach. And he can mentor Xavi. But I think Xavi will probably want to go back to Barcelona. How's the vacation going, says Luke. Yeah, very good, mate. Thank you. So I think when Pep gets into his final year, it'll be dependent on what we've won at that moment in time or what we haven't won, what Pep's ambitions are, how tired he is, because as we know, he's a full-on 24-hour-a-day coach. He just takes a lot out of him, whether he'll want to take a sabbatical again a year off, recharge his batteries, come back, maybe manage the Spanish team or go. I said maybe the Spanish team. Maybe you go to Italy. What about Vieira? Says Den. Yeah, well, he's having a so-so season since he's been there. Pep to Italy after City, it could do. You know, this it wouldn't surprise me if he tries his luck in Italy, Juventus or Inter Milan, someone like that. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he went. But I think I don't think he'd go from City into another club. I think Xavi and Arteta in Manchester would love that. Well, like I said, if you watch to the USA, yeah, could do, because he took his sabbatical in New York. So what about, you know, going out and managing New York City FC? He said he loves the city. Never been to a City game. What's the atmosphere like? With the Etihad, it's quiet. There's no atmosphere at all. I'm only joking. It's not. It's up and down. We have games where it's hard because you, as a City fan, you're watching the game so intensely because we don't have to get up to get the players going like we used to have to when we were rubbish. We had to get behind the team to get them going. Now we're mesmerised by watching football, and I don't think that helps either, if I'm honest. But then the games that you do really need us to get up for it, like the Liverpool game on the 3rd of January, that's got to be close to one of the best atmospheres I've been in when watching a City game. It was non-stop. It was just, you know, and Chris, I do apologise, but, you know, the Liverpool fans were very, very quiet that night. They were just silent. They had a couple of minutes before the game, a couple of minutes when they scored, and then that was it. City fans were just non-stop. Yeah, you agree. It was incredible atmosphere. It was a special atmosphere, and we need more of that. If I'm honest, you know, some games are very quiet, but like I said, it could be 4-0 up. So it's like, you know, you might be singing about the goal scorers or whatever, but you know, sometimes when you're watching such fantastic football, you don't think you need to sing about it. It's a weird one. I do wish the atmosphere would get better. One player that's always been on Pep's yet was Alcantara. Yeah, very, very good player. I would love to go. I might go. Sorry, I missed that, mate. Just went off. Tickets were at German price in England. The atmosphere would be off the chart. I agree. And plus the singing sections like you get at Dortmund. I think that's something City will look at. Sorry, what do you say then, Chris? I think if we got singing sections, proper singing sections, like a singing wall, that would definitely help. But it's like that, I must admit, there's not many teams in the Premier League where you go to the ground, or they come and, sorry, you go to their ground. If you've got more of that, you'll get even better. Yeah, I agree. It's difficult. It's like when you go to away games as a City fan, the atmosphere is always brilliant because it's like a small number of you, you know, a few thousand. You're all together and you're non-stop singing. And the atmosphere is incredible. And it's like, you know, some guys, sorry, the money in football now, they could afford to play all the games behind closed doors. Gate receipts go to, I think Ray said something. Can you post that again? I missed that, mate. I think Ray did something on it not so long ago. Mate, if Ray's still on, maybe he said it's something like £1 million, gate receipts per match or something. I mean, it's peanuts compared to TV revenue and sponsorship deals and things like that. So it's really, it's one of those that it doesn't bring in that much money. Benjamin Doku says, how much do you think City will spend? Was that in the summer? About half an hour's wages. Yeah. No idea. I'll be honest with you. We could spend, I think, 250 million if we wanted to. I don't think we'll spend that. But I think it's more about identifying the right players rather than how much money is going to be spent. $1 billion, hopefully, yeah, if we could. Who will be contenders next season? I think it'll be the same. Chris, I think it'll be, I'm just going to sit down. Have you seen Football City? I think it'll be the same, Chris. I think it'll be City and Liverpool again, if I'm honest. I would have thought Arsenal will get better. Whether they're quite at the level of winning a Premier League again in the very near future, I doubt it. But I can't. Sorry, that was Ray sending me a WhatsApp message coming through. Then I'll reply. Ray, I'll reply to that. I'm going to finish in a minute. I think United to finish top 4. Yeah, I mean United definitely will be better. I think they're going to announce. Sorry, it's not comfortable that seat. I think they're going to announce the Solskjaer thing. I think in the next sort of 24 hours. I think that'll be announced, and then they can move on. It'll be interesting to see how their performance levels of the team go. Personally, for me, I would have done it in the summer. I have a feeling we might drop points at United. Possibly, maybe not. I would announce it at the end of the season. I'd keep the players on their toes and sort of. We've seen it before. Suddenly, once it's announced, I don't think there's any benefit of announcing it now. I just don't see. I don't understand it. There's one video that the Bundes released on YouTube displaying Thiago's amazing vision about. Oh, he's a wonderful player. There's no doubt about it. Go to Betfred, Mohammed. They pay out against City before the league is what like in 2014. Fred Dunn is the San. It's the same. Missed that, mate. Beyond belief. Di Matteo at Chelsea. Look how that planned out. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Sorry, I'm getting more emails and things coming through on my phone. Yeah, I just don't see the sense of doing it now. Do it in the summer. Let the players keep them on edge. Keep them, They might not. They might just think that's great news and we're up for it and everything else. And our future's now secure. But I just don't see the benefit of it. Do you think Arsenal will get out of the banter era? Do you think Arsenal will get out of the banter era? Where am I right now? I'm in Spain, mate. In the mountains just outside Malaga. So I think they're going to announce it in the next 24 hours. So United definitely, I think, will improve next season. No two ways about it. I think that's a given. So I still think it'll be us and Liverpool. I'm nervous for all competitions we're in. No room for there isn't, Charles. There isn't at this time. Cheers, mate, for your time and catch you again. Thanks, Karam, and thanks for coming on. Beautiful, mate. Enjoy it. Thank you, mate. He's in Spain. What do you make of the derisory 17k allocation for clubs? It's disgusting. I mean, it happened, but do you expect anything else from UEFA? I find it absolutely appalling when you think it's 61,000 the stadium holds and 34,000 of those are going to the fans. It's like, what? So you've got like... UEFA loves Spain. So you've got, you think about it, there's what, 27,000 of those tickets or so. This is why don't blame you, mate. 27,000 are all going for corporate and sponsors and things. I mean, they should just turn around and say, right, yeah, it's 10,000 for corporate sponsors, 25,000 each for the fans. It's absolutely disgusting. It really is. No wonder. I understand that. That's how they've got to treat their clients and sponsors well, and I get that. So give them 10 or 15,000 maybe, but there's no need for nearly sort of 40% of the tickets going to corporate. I mean, it's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. I I just don't get it. But they've always done it. That's the way it's always been. And then they wonder sometimes why the atmosphere at Champions League finals is not always fantastic. And then there's a few over the years where, depending on the great possibility, VVD will be Player of the Year over Aguero. Sterling, I think it's a good chance, I'll be honest with you. He's had a good season. And I think, again, they'll be sold on the black market for profit. Oh, God, without shadow of doubt. Absolutely without shadow of a doubt. You know, there'll be some going for 1,000, 2,000 euros, no problem whatsoever. And people will pay it, especially if it's your team. The Virgil van Dijk, Aguero, Sterling. It's always difficult. It should be at the end of the season. Yeah, it should be at least towards the end of the season. The problem is that the ballot papers went out, I think, last week. I did a video on it while I was in the UK. The ballot papers, I think, went out last week. And, you know, you're in limbo because the problem being is that I think there's 20-odd names. They don't just give you free reign. I think they give you... I think you can have free reign, but I think they give you like a list of 20, 25 players. I think you can vote outside of it, but they're sort of pointing you towards these are the ones that, you know, we think are the top 25 players in the country, etc., etc. So each player will get one. If you're a Premier League player at a club, you will get a vote. You will get a casting vote. I should really contact my lads, mate, and ask him what's the full format like, because he's well, you'll know him, Chris, Ben Woodburn. He's good friends with my younger lad. Lives around the corner from us. I should ask him what's the format. Can I have a look at it and see if I can see it and how it works. So maybe I'll send his dad a message. And yeah, so it's this time of the year. It's like, well, you've got Liverpool 1 point ahead, but City with a game in hand. So who really deserves it? And when you've got the likes of Aguero, yeah, it was a shame with Ben. Yeah, he didn't get hardly any game time. I think he got two matches. I thought it would have been a good move. I actually was hoping. When his mum told me he was actually going to Sheffield United, I was hopeful that he would have gone to Leeds under Bielsa, but it sadly didn't happen. Blackman steals the goals again, yeah. So yeah, it's going to be hard because I think we'll have the likes of Aguero, Sterling, Bernardo Silva in there. So when you've got three really good players in the voting, and Liverpool possibly will have maybe Marnie. I think Woodburn good enough for any Championship Cup. Yeah, he is. And I think Klopp's took him back. I think he wants him back at Liverpool, and we'll see what happens in the summer with him. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but he still, you know, scored again for Wales. Come on, you Spuds. So we'll see. It wouldn't surprise me if Van Dijk won it. I think Phil Thompson's been out banging the drum for... yeah, he'll be in pre-season without a shadow of a doubt. Don't think Aguero will win player of the year. Neither do I. I'm back. Thank you. Awais. I think it's between Van Dijk and Sterling, if I'm honest. Charles Bogey. Do you see us dropping points? Said before, I don't actually. I'll be honest with you. I think we can go through the next season unbeaten and winning every game. I said before, I'm not sure Liverpool will, and that's why I think we'll win it. Old Big Hooter Thompson bigging up Van Dijk. Well, he's going to do it. You'll be happy if Van Dijk. Well, all Sterling wins it. Yeah. What would annoy me, and this is the thing. What would annoy me is if, because the voting is at this stage of the season, let's imagine people vote for, the majority vote is for Virgil van Dijk, and City to go on and win the Premier League, win the FA Cup, and let's say win the Carabao Cup. So they win a treble. Let's say they get knocked out of the Champions League. If Liverpool don't win the Champions League, basically Liverpool have won nothing this season, but Virgil van Dijk gets voted player of the season. I don't get that. I cannot see it. I don't understand how that could possibly happen. And that's what seems to happen a lot of seasons. That's why this voting early, it's a nonsense. You know, do it at the end of April when we sort of know what's going on. Be the same as Salah, yeah, and that's the thing. So you've got last season you won nothing, got to a Champions League final, which is a good achievement, but won nothing. We win a double, you know, smashed every record that was going, get 100 points, blah blah blah. Not one of our players wins it. It's like, hey. But Salah did have a good season. He scored a load of goals, so there's, you know, you can argue in that favour. With Van Dijk, I just can't see how you can justify a defender winning it if you don't win at least a trophy this season, because, you know, it's not like you can say, well, he got Liverpool 25 clean sheets. Well, no, because there's other defenders around him. There's a goalkeeper. So how can you attribute it just to Van Dijk? You may as well argue the same case, say, well, Alisson then, if that's the case. So whether it's striker or somebody who gets goals and assists, it's tangible. You can actually say 25 goals, 19 assists. That's there. It's fact. But clean sheets, you can put it down to a right back, as another centre back, a left back, and the goalkeeper. It's a sort of a team effort. So unless Van Dijk was to score like 20 goals, there's no, you know, it's not tangible. You can't actually justify it just to Van Dijk. So that's why I'd be, you know, I'd be a bit disappointed if Van Dijk won it and you didn't go on to win the Champions League or the Premier League, because like the stream, lads, thank you. So yeah, so it's a tough one. Yeah, I've got a feeling Van Dijk's he'll probably get, because he's gonna be the only player, probably, maybe Mane. I think he'll probably get more votes than between Sterling and Aguero, because you double it, you're splitting the vote then between the two. Where if Aguero was only on 10 goals and having a so-so season, and Sterling was way ahead out there, you sort of then going at it between it's Sterling or it's Van Dijk. But it's not. It's Sterling, Van Dijk, or Aguero possibly, or Bernardo Silva possibly. So hopefully, probably the year's Premier League winner. Well, I think unless somebody has an unbelievable season and they don't win it, you know, somebody like Salah last year, let's say, you know, smashes in 40 goals and blah blah blah, then that's an exceptional season. So you can justify that. It won't be a City player, whatever. I couldn't give a monkey. Scott Parker is better than David Silva. Who do you think is better goalkeeper, Alisson or Ederson? Every single day of the week, I've watched Alisson closely. And I think he's a good goalkeeper. I don't think he's anywhere near Ederson's ability. Nowhere near. Sorry, Chris, if you disagree. He's a good keeper, don't get me wrong. He's definitely a big improvement on Karius. But I think Ederson is better overall. Yeah, certainly for our system, because his footwork is exceptional. I mean, I watched Alisson kick 3 balls into the crowd consecutively. Ederson wouldn't do that. He might put one out, but then that'll be it. But Alisson did it 3 times on the run. I'm like, he was like Jordan Pickford. But, you know, Ederson for me. But I'm being biased because he suits our system the way we play brilliantly. And he's unflappable. He's just ice cool. Every day of the week. Ederson, yeah, we'd all say that. Chris, who would you rather have in your team goal, Ederson or Alisson? That's a good question. This season, Alisson on stats, Ederson overall. Yeah, but, you know, what other stats are you talking about? The stats of clean sheets and things like that. But again, that comes down to your defence as well. Just like I said about Van Dijk has people around him. Or you look at Ederson's got 2 assists this season. 2 assists. Think about that. That's a goalkeeper. He's got 2 assists this season. And a lot of the moves have started through him. But, you know, so... yeah, I would personally take Ederson. But I think certainly Alisson's done. Heyman from the MLS zone. Hi, mate. His kicking accuracy is freakish. A genuine... He is unbelievable. You know, you know, if he can hit 20, 30 balls in a game, he might get one of them wrong. You know, it's like, he's that good. I have never seen a goalkeeper like Ederson. The guy's a freak. He is a freak. He's a proper footballer. He's got those qualities. Like I said, he could play in midfield. He's that good with his feet. But anyway, are you on PS4 right now, mate? Guys, got 2 minutes left, so and then I'm going. He kicks, his footwork, his vision. He is superb. But I'm not putting anything down to Alisson. Alisson's obviously really improved Liverpool this season, without shadow of a doubt. I just think I think Edison's better. Should we sign Sangia or San Miguel this evening? The Partey, the lad he can dribble. Yeah, he's made a few mistakes, Alisson. Bye, Andy. See you, Chris. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to see off the top of my head. Mistakes Edison's made. He probably has made one or two as well. He's probably mint at pens too. Yeah. Can you imagine him blasting it? Anyway, guys, Chris, when do you want to add me? Right, okay. The Oasis and Chris are now going to meet up on PS4. Edison should start for Brazil. Yeah, I mean, it was great news. The Brazil game last night, Gabby came on in the second half, scored 2 goals. So that'll give him some confidence against the Czech Republic, with Firmino obviously getting the other one. Liverpool in the league last season, v Salah. Oasis, I'll be, yes. Yeah, you're right, beyond belief. The one, yeah, when Salah lobbed him. Yeah. Poor clearance, yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, and I think he's made a couple of mistakes. Of course, they're only humans. They're not going to go. They're not robots. So, of course, I think he has made a few mistakes this season. A couple of mistakes as well. So every goalkeeper will. Some of the shots, some of the goals that were in, you might have questioned, should he have done better? But anyway, guys, listen. Don't forget, if you're not, share this around, subscribe to the channel, click notification, comment below this video, and guys, have a wonderful evening wherever you are in the world. It sounds like you're all over. Thanks for all your efforts. You're more than welcome. Thank you. So proud to be able to, and proud of this channel. Thank you very much. See you later, Chris. Lucas Hernandez joined Bayern. Yes, somebody mentioned that earlier. Gets away with a lot because he's meant. Yeah, he does. Bye, lad. See you away. See you beyond belief. Guys, it's Andy. And later on, they said Man City. Thank you very much. And we'll check in tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have some more news. And yeah, just last thing. Gracias, Andy. Yes, amigo. We'll see you tomorrow. And one last thing. Just have a think of Bernard Halford and his family. It's a big loss to Man City. But guys, you've all been stars as normal, checking in. So thank you very much for taking the time to have a chat with us. And we'll see you tomorrow.